Welcome students. In this class also I am going to explain to you about another institution which is very interesting but little bit mystic. It is religion. In this class I will explain to you religion as an institution. In the first part I will explain the nature and elements of religion, and I will also give you some definitions of religion. I will also talk to you about the functions and dysfunctions of religion, and in the last part we will talk about some forms of religion and theories pertaining to religion. A unique quality in man's social life is his impulse towards spirituality. Spirituality includes sacredness and belief in the unknown force operating human life. The awareness of the supernatural power induces a sense of awe and reverence. According to Sigmund Freud, religion has developed from the need to exorcise the horror of nature, mystery of death, and to compensate for the deprivations which culture imposes on men. Religion refers to those socially shared ways of thinking, feeling, and acting that have to do with the supernatural or beyond. Religion with moral codes like family formulate and shape the personality of the individuals. It also plays a significant role in guiding the human behavior by prescribing what to do and what not to do. Thus, man is not only the social animal, but also a spiritual being. The code of conduct taught by family is strengthened by the religious philosophies, since religion is an important force. There are two components of religion, namely profane and sacred. Profane consists of all the ordinary aspects of everyday life. It has nothing to do with religious life. The sacred refers to all aspects and objects relating to supernatural power and is considered to be holy. Some definitions of religion. Religion is found to be a universal phenomenon, though it is understood differently by different people. Durkheim, in his book The Elementary Forms of Religious Life, defines religion as a unified system of beliefs and practices relative to sacred things, uniting into a single moral community all those who adhere to those beliefs and practices. According to Ogburn, religion is an attitude towards superhuman powers. Now, I will explain to you the nature of religion. Religion is a belief in supernatural or superhuman force. Some people believe in several kinds of forces and accordingly they worship them all. They are called polytheists. Some other believe in only one force or the God or the Almighty, which is formless and shapeless. They consider him omnipotent, omnipresent and omniscient. They also worship him in different ways. They are called as monotheists. 2. Man is found to be adjusting with the supernatural forces. For example, man believes that his disrespect to or negligence of that force would bring him disaster. 3. Religion considers certain acts as righteous, sacred, and encourages such acts. Similarly, it regards some other acts as sinful, profane, and denounces those acts and activities. For example, behaving according to the religious codes or standard is righteous, and going against them is sinful. Fourth one, every religion has its own explanation regarding salvation. It is treated as the ultimate aim of devotees. For example, the process of becoming one with the God among the Buddhists is called nirvana. In Hinduism, the same thing is called as mukti. Next, I will explain to you the elements of religion. The most essential element of religion are the set of beliefs, a system of philosophy, forms of rituals, and some type of organization. All religions are founded on some kind of belief that are not universal. These beliefs cannot be demonstrated also. These beliefs are constituted with certain ethical and philosophical systems that emphasize moral behavior. Based on the beliefs, religion is divided into two types. They are monotheism and polytheism. Monotheism believes in only one God who is omnipresent and omnipotent. The polytheistic religious worship consists of many gods in many forms. Most of the ancient religions like Hinduism and religions of Greece and Rome are polytheistic. In these religions, the gods and goddesses are represented in numerous forms. Myths, legends, and sacred texts provide a framework of religious knowledge to its followers. These holy texts contain doctrines of the religion. Example, Bible for Christians, Bhagavad Gita for Hindus, and Quran for the Islamic people. Another important element of religion is the profuse use of symbols. These symbols are meaningful to its believers. These symbols are as sacred and holy as the gods of that religion. For instance, Trishul, a holy ash, cross, crescent, and kurbani. The practice of every religion involves variety of rituals and offerings. Among Hindus, there are many rituals to perform during the puja, like lighting the holy lamp, use of flowers, camphor, chanting mantras, and sacred chiming of bell. For Christians, it's hymns, candle, choir, and songs. Even among the tribal people, plenty of rituals are found. Malinowski observed that among the Trobriand islanders, the magic was interwoven with religion. Another important element of religion is emotionalism. By experiencing the profound grace of God, the followers experience a kind of emotionalism which is expressed by way of piercing the body, whipping, swording, trance, and hysteric behavior known as possession of God in a man. Festivals and pilgrimages are also part of this experience. Members of each religious group are united by a feeling of one community. This feeling unites them into a common fold. In order to develop these feelings, all religions form associations and organizations that promote their own religious activities. Now, I will explain to you some elements of religion. Some of the important elements may be emphasized here. 1. The idea of sacredness. 2. Symbols. 3. A sacred network. 4. Moral philosophies. 5. Holy texts. 6. Rituals. 7. Expressive culture. And 8. Congregations. What are the functions of religion in our society? That I will explain to you now. According to Durkheim, religion serves 4 important functions. They are disciplinary, cohesive, vitalizing and euphoric. In a general form, the following may be described as the functions of religion. 1. The basic function of religion is to provide religious experiences. Prayer, worship and meditation are the components of religious experience. This experience enables the human desires, ideals and values. 2. Religion and religious experiences provide peace of mind for the individuals. 3. Participation in religious rituals and worships gave identification to the people with similar qualities like common faith, common value, judgments and sentiments. 4. Religion is found to be an effective means of preserving the values of life and regulating the activities of people. Religion renders service to the people and promotes their welfare. It appeals to the people to be sympathetic, merciful and cooperative. The 6th one, religion also promotes recreation through religious lectures, bhajans, dramas, fairs, festivals, exhibitions and so on. Religious festivals are often found to be a relief to the disturbed mind. 7. According to Durkheim, sacred and profane become identified with each other, and similarly God and spirit become symbols of society. 8. Religion creates group feeling among the worshippers and gives identity to the members in a religious group. Religion has many functions to perform. At the same time, it has certain dysfunctions too. What are they? In spite of the great functions performed by the religion as an institution, there are some dysfunctional aspects one could observe. Firstly, religion creates vast diversities among people. Religion not only brings people together, but also keeps them at a distance because of clashing ritualistic aspects, and it perpetuates the distance between the rich and the poor and thus contributes to inequalities and exploitation. Secondly, since religion is abstract and deals with spiritual well-being, it keeps people in a subjective state. Science on the other hand is thought to be objective. Therefore, religion is always regarded as a barrier for scientific development. Now, we will see some forms of religion. The first one is fetishism. Fetishism has been defined both as religion and as magic. It locates power in inanimate objects. For example, keeping or tying in the hand some symbolic objects like snake ring or pendants with God's image or cross symbols in a chain or even a leaf is regarded as protective and bringing good luck to the person who is wearing it. The second one is animism. According to Tyler, animism is essentially a belief in the spirit of the dead. It is a belief in the existence of some supraphysical being within the body of every living being. This supranatural being survives even after the collapse of physical body in which it is contained. This kind of belief is called animism. The third one is animatism, a belief in a supernatural power in any object like a tree or a stone or even an animal is referred to as animatism. For those who hold this belief, the power is usually impersonal, unseen and potentially everywhere. It is neither good nor evil, but it is powerful and dangerous if misused. The next one is shamanism. Shamanism is a type of animism observed among indigenous people in North and South America. Shamanism is the belief that is spiritual leaders can communicate with the spirits by acting as their mouthpiece or letting the soul leave the leader's body and enter the spiritual world. The next one is totemism. Totemism is a kind of animism found among many tribals like the natives of Australia and some Pacific islands. It is a belief that a kinship exists between humans and an animal. The animal called a totem represents a human family, a clan or a group of ancestors. It must be treated with respect, awe and fear. Killing, eating, touching or even seeing the animal of respect are often prohibited. The totem is relied on as helper and protector. Totem also punishes those who breach a taboo. This kind of totemism is found even among many Indian tribal people. Now students, I will explain to you some important theories of religion. There are many theories, but two of those theories are very important. The first one is the fear theory. Fear is a psychological phenomenon often said to be the reason for the establishment of religion. According to Max Muller, the basis of religion is to be found in man's awe in the presence of extraordinary and terrifying natural phenomenon. The functional theory, this is the second theory explaining religion. The most interesting functionalist analysis of religion was provided by Radcliff, Brown and Malinowski. According to their interpretation, religion plays an integrative and cohesive function in the society. Religion is the institution that brings a binding moral order in the society. Emily Durkheim also emphasizes the role of religion in promoting cohesiveness, a sense of common purpose and social solidarity among people. Social control is another important function fulfilled by religion. Religion enforces conformity of people with the group norms by creating a threat of punishment. It promotes moral and spiritual values. According to functionalist perspective, religion is a device designed by society for tension management. Another important function of religion is to provide answers to many mystic questions of life, by way of which it keeps people bound to ethical values. In the words of Francis Abraham, the key functions of religion are to help individuals reconcile to hardship and failures of life, to promise salvation, to offer emotional support at times of crisis, and to give people a sense of identity, meaning and inner experience. According to Durkheim, much of the social disorder is due to the fact that people no longer believe deeply in religion and that they have found no satisfying substitute for that. The next perspective is the conflict perspective. The conflict perspective also agrees that religion is an agent of social control. Karl Marx saw religion as the sign of oppressed group. According to Karl Marx, religion is the opiate of the masses because religion lulls people to false consciousness and prevent them to revolt against capitalism. In this analysis, the religion is used by upper class to exploit the masses and keep them in servitude. The class structure also is revealed in religious practices according to Karl Marx. Religion was used to suppress the lower caste people in India. The same thing happened in the medieval Europe with respect to Christianity by confusing people with the concept of hell and heaven. Now, we will see something about religious organizations. Norms and beliefs and rituals offer the cultural fabric of religion, but there are more representations in the form of religious institutions than its cultural heritage. Sociologists distinguish among 4 ideal types of religious organizations. They are churches or temples, denominations, sects and cults. What is happening to religion in the modern society? Complex modern societies consist of many different religion and religious cults. Modern religions allow religious freedom nowadays. They are not bound by just one institutional affiliation like church or cult. In many countries, many religions coexist and the people have religious tolerance. The spread of Marxian philosophy conflicts with the prophetic functions of religion. In the contemporary society, there is declining influence of religion in everyday social life. The societies have become more rational and secular. Religion has lost its influence on the spheres like politics and economic activities in the Western societies. But in Eastern Hemisphere, religion plays a major role in the social reforms, formation of attitudes and also in politics, in law. I want to pose you some questions. The questions are: 1. Describe the nature and elements of religion. 2. Analyze the functions and dysfunctions of religion. 3. Explain 2 important theories of religion with examples. Okay students, in this class I gave you some definitions of religion, then I explained to you the nature and the elements of religion. After that I explained the functions and dysfunctions of religion, and in the last part I explained to you the forms and theories of religion. In the next class we will see more things about other social institutions. Till then, bye.